So, hi Ritika,
Good
congrats for
afternoon, sir.
Indian Economic Services rank 4. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
Please tell about yourself.
Sir, I am from Patiala, Punjab. I did my schooling from here only. After that, I did bachelor's in commerce from Government College for Girls, Chandigarh, master's in economics from DAV College, Chandigarh, and presently I'm pursuing PhD in economics from Punjabi University with a junior research fellowship.
So, do they allow PhD alongside services, or you have to take a break from PhD?
Sir, I will be able to pursue PhD, but I will have to give up the fellowship. But I will be able to pursue PhD side by side, sir.
That you can do, and
Yes,
your
sir, absolutely.
professors will also allow you to do job alongside.
Yes,
Under
sir.
do PhD.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, how come doing or preparing for economic services along with PhD? Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. How come
So,
that?
sir, actually, I think that PhD in our university it is quite flexible, and I had enough time. And also, sir, it has always been my ambition to be in the services. So,
Hmm.
sir, I thought that sir, it is always, sir, hard to take out time for preparing for, especially for competitive examinations. So, sir, obviously putting in the extra hours, and yes, sir, that's how I did it.
So, what's your journey for preparation like? So, we'll start it from there. Hmm.
Sir, actually, I wanted to pursue Indian Economic Services after I completed my master's. Sir, I gave my first attempt in 2020, but I was not able to make through that particular attempt. Sir, after 2020, second attempt was in 2024. Sir, I took a break of 3 years and I was not actively, not even preparing in those 3 years. Sir, so like in 2023, I decided that I will give one more attempt at the Indian Economic Service. And if I make it, that's fine. Otherwise, I would not take the exam again. So, sir, I worked very hard.
Hmm.
I stayed up nights, and sir, that is how I managed it.
Okay. And so, you joined us in which year? 2023, I
Sir,
guess.
yes, sir. I think in 2023 I joined. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so, tell us about the notes and all. How do you make them? Hmm.
Sir, actually, my approach to Indian Economic Service has always been based on the previous year questions. So, sir, what I did was I created a repository of like past 15-year questions, and
Hmm.
I wrote answers to them. Sir, I wrote my particular knowledge answers and then I supplemented them from your videos and from the books, from
Hmm.
different books, sir, which had better content of those particular topics.
Very good.
So
Hmm.
the topics that were left that I picked from the syllabus, and I made separate notes for them.
Hmm.
So like that, I was able to create a holistic notebook of
Very,
my notes,
very,
and
and
so I revised.
for all four papers.
Yes, sir, for all four papers, for all four
My
papers.
only concern is that just what we generally do is, I look at till 2019 wala paper, from 2019
Yes,
till,
sir.
because उससे पहले के ना जैसे 2015 से कुछ पहले के क्वेश्चन they are so straightforward. What are ridge lines? Or they
हाँ
are
जी सर.
automatically getting completed in the notes. So इसलिए
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
my point was that I just generally look at last 6 or maybe 5, 6 years वाला paper, but doing for 15
Yes,
years,
sir.
कोई इसका end नहीं है. So definitely,
Yes, sir. नहीं है.
and I want people to understand कि भैया इतनी मेहनत लगती है. You have to write every answer, and then only you can expect कि हाँ, you can get a good rank in the paper like this, right? Very good.
Yes, sir.
And so you timed yourself while writing the answers, or they were like assignments?
Sir, initially they were like assignments because, sir, I was like, when I was preparing, I did not pick up any book. I picked up the past year papers. So,
Hmm.
sir, I wrote according to my knowledge, the answers, what knowledge I had. And then, sir, I wrote an ideal answer from the books and from your videos, what an answer should be. So, sir,
Hmm.
I made two simultaneous answers. And, sir, I also found that while doing this particular exercise, I was able to I was able to learn while writing. And so revision, it got much easier.
And you tell me, what is the importance of making notes and writing it out? Although you have already told, but I want
Yes,
to
sir.
put this point again. Then I'll tell you what I think.
Sir, I think you have also mentioned in your classes, sir, till we don't write, it does not get imprinted in our mind. So, sir, I believe that one has to write, and especially for an exam like Indian Economic Service, writing is the primary part because we have to write for three continuous days. We have to write six papers of great length.
Hmm.
So, sir, writing is the foremost thing that comes into play. And if one is able to practice that, I think that half job is already done.
Definitely, because what I tell my students is, and I do it myself also. मैं तो अपने
Yes, sir.
वीडियो के अंदर भी आई थिंक आई एम राइटिंग एवरीथिंग. सो
जी सर.
मुझे, क्योंकि मोर देन एनीथिंग एल्स मुझे भी वैसे ही समझ में आता है. सो व्हेन आई
जी
राइट
सर.
everything, and when you write this in your register, I don't know, there is something when you write it gets registered in the brain much better as compared to if you're just reading it out.
बिल्कुल सर.
एंड हम
Absolutely.
बहुत सारे पेपर्स में तो इतनी सारी डेरिवेशन है, मुझे तो ये समझ में ही नहीं आ सकता कभी भी कि मैं डेरिवेशन सिर्फ पढ़ के कैसे जा सकता हूँ. हाउ कैन आई जस्ट गो.
नहीं सर, वो ऐसे होता ही नहीं है सर. करना ही
वो
पड़ता है, लिख के करना ही पड़ता है.
इवन फॉर दैट मैटर, इवन जैसे एकदम से मेरे दिमाग में आया वो इलास्टिसिटी के कुछ क्वेश्चंस थे. आई स्टिल
हाँ जी
रिमेम्बर,
सर.
जिसके अंदर उन्होंने कुछ सिमिलर ट्रायंगल्स की प्रॉपर्टीज यूज करनी थी इन ऑर्डर टू शो
यस
स्लोप.
सर.
सो वो भी
यस.
एक बार तो लिखोगे ना, तभी तो यू विल
हाँ जी सर.
अंडरस्टैंड क्या हो रहा है. सो
बिल्कुल सर.
that becomes very important, and I think the best take from whatever we have talked till now is कि
यस सर.
हम नोट्स बनाए और पिछले 15 साल के पेपर्स के लिए आंसर्स
जी
लिखें.
सर.
वेरी गुड. आई मीन, इससे अच्छे की बात नहीं हो सकती. यू हैव टोल्ड व्हाट आई वांट टू टेल एवरीवन. कि एंड मैं जितना मर्जी कहता रहूं, मेरी बात में
यस
वो
सर.
चैन नहीं आएगा, लोगों को कुछ और ही लगेगा. बट व्हेन समबडी क्लियर दिस पेपर, वो कहे कि भैया तुम लिख लो, सो इट मैटर्स समथिंग, एंड इट कैरीज वेट. सो
यस सर. बिल्कुल.
दैट इज देयर. और बताओ, which books you followed?
सर बुक्स तो वही होती हैं, निकलसन एंड स्नाइडर एंड एच एल आहूजा फॉर माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, फ्रोयन एंड आहूजा फॉर मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, एंड देन सर देवराज रे एंड जिंगन फॉर ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट.
Yeah,
एंड
Devraj,
सर.
Devraj Ray. Just go slow, slow. हाँ.
यस
People
सर. ओके.
listen to you because मैं जितना मर्जी कहूँ, they won't listen to me, but they might listen to you. हाँ.
Sir, I listened to you, and that is why, like, I was able to
That's
prepare so
fine.
well.
That
Sir, everybody listens to you, I think, in
I
the
don't.
course.
चाहे जो भी है, चलो. मैं क्या कहा, डेवलपमेंट की कौन सी, देवराज रे
Yes, sir, and Jingan.
एंड
Jingan, ML
जिंग.
Jingan, sir.
या
Yes,
टू ऐड जस्ट वन पॉइंट, उसने कहा निकलसन एंड एच एल आहूजा. मैं भी क्या
yes, sir.
करता हूँ अपने नोट्स में, बिकॉज कुछ चीजें हैं जो यूपीएससी के सिलेबस में कभी ना तो आपको वेरिएंट में मिलेंगी, एंड यू विल
No,
नेवर
sir.
फाइंड इन निकलसन आल्सो. सो यू विल
Yes, sir.
हैव टू गो टू एच एल आहूजा.
Definitely, sir.
बट आई
Definitely.
पर्सनली कांट रीड एच एल आहूजा कंप्लीटली. आई डोंट नो व्हाई.
No, sir. Sir, I also didn't read it completely, sir. Just I made notes of those topics which I thought
यस.
that were like
यस.
specifically, sir, selectively. That's all.
जैसे जैसे मेरे को क्लास लेनी होती है, तो मैं भी यही करता हूँ कि
Hmm.
भाई आज अगर वो क्वेश्चन आ रहा है जो इन बुक्स में, तो भैया एच एल आहूजा. एच एल
Yes,
आहूजा
sir.
एवरीथिंग. But there is something in
Absolutely.
that book which I can't read it completely. हो सकता है.
Sir, me neither, sir. One gets like, I won't say bored, but sir, it has to be referred selective.
I mean, I give full respect to that book, but
Yes, sir.
and it is our what do you call savior, because कोई चीज अगर कहीं ना मिले तो उसमें है.
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल.
And
So,
the,
sir,
हाँ हाँ, बोलो बोलो, yeah, please.
no, no, sir, please, please,
I'm
continue, sir.
saying, जैसे even you said about development में भी देवराज रे
Hmm.
is very mathematical.
हाँ
um,
जी सर.
how have you used it?
सर
Because
आपने
हाँ,
सर आपने वीडियोस बनाई हुई है ना उसकी.
मैंने देवराज रे की बनाई, लेकिन मैंने अभी के सारे वीडियोस में आई हैव यूज्ड दिस एपी थर्ल वॉल. वो इतनी
ओके सर.
मैथमेटिकल नहीं है, लेकिन झिंगन भी यूज करनी पड़ती है. आई टेल यू व्हाई. यू टेल मी
यस
फर्स्ट
सर.
ऑफ यूजिंग झिंगन, देन आई टेल यू व्हाई आई यूज झिंगन आल्सो.
Sir, actually, I have referred to Devraj Ray and Chingan only for my particular preparation. Sir, I found that those two books they complemented each other perfectly. What I couldn't found in one, I found in another.
ओके.
And sir, yes, sir, that is why I used those two books.
अच्छा, मेरे
तो
को
सर
एक
मेरा तो
झिंगन का मेरा रीजन ये था यूज करने का. झिंगन ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग व्हाट इज देयर इन इंडियन इकोनॉमिक सर्विसेज एग्जाम,
यस सर. यस.
सारे टॉपिक्स हैं उसमें.
जी
लेकिन
सर.
कुछ चीजें ना बड़ी ऐसा लगता है वो रीड करके ना, कई बार मुझे ऐसा लगता है कुछ एक फ्लो नहीं आ रहा है. दैट इज दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम विच आई फेस. And but
Yes,
I
sir.
use that when I have to use, okay, when will this theory be applied to India? That is
Yes.
only challenging one. So wo wale
Yes,
questions
sir.
I have to use. Okay, now about other subjects also. Hmm.
Okay, sir. So Indian economics, sir, Uma Kapila book that
Hmm.
I
Big
referred.
one, big one or smaller one?
Small one, sir. Small one,
Please,
definitely.
you are smaller one, smaller one, smaller one,
Yes,
because
sir.
it's something which could be completed.
Yes, sir.
छोटी वाली
Absolutely. Sir,
मार्क्स में
smaller
नहीं
book.
हो सकती. And tell me something
No,
about
sir.
Sundaram
Yes.
and Dutt, Sundaram and Dutt and Mishra and Puri.
Sir, I did not refer to that book. Sir, not at all. I just did Uma Kapila, economic survey, and budget. Sir, I
Hmm.
did all of these things very properly, made
Hmm.
notes out of them, and sir, not big notes, very concise, small notes that I
Hmm.
could revise. So,
Hmm.
sir, these are the three things that I did for Indian economy. Sir, apart from that, like for PSUs, I had to refer to the annual survey of public sector enterprises. And sir, I also followed because I was simultaneously preparing for RBI, so I followed their updates and their monetary policy reports as well.
So
So,
which
sir,
one of
that
the reports you picked up for that paper also?
which one, sir?
I
Like,
mean, for RBI paper, so which
yes, sir.
report RBI you actually referred to?
Sir, I did
Hmm.
the annual report that comes, and sir, I also did past 8 months monthly reports, sir, to
Hmm.
supplement my notes. So that
Okay.
is what I did. Yes, sir.
And in that, how have you segregated, okay, what you have to include and what you don't have to include up according to your paper?
Sir, what I did was that because I had already done Indian economy, so I knew that what particular topics are to be read from that report. From the right, sir, RBI report say what I did was that because I had already done Indian economy syllabus properly, so I selectively picked out the chapters and parts that I must do. I did not follow the entire thing because that would have been an exercise in futility. The chapters that I had done, like Indian economy, I made an index of various topics. So, sir, what I did was that I noted important points in those particular chapters that I had made. So, sir, जैसे फॉर इंस्टेंस मैंने इन्फ्लेशन का एक अलग से पोर्शन बनाया हुआ था जहां पे मैंने प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन लिखे थे इन्फ्लेशन के रिगार्डिंग उनके आंसर्स लिखे थे एंड अगर आरबीआई रिपोर्ट में कोई अच्छा पॉइंट है जो मेरे आंसर्स को सप्लीमेंट कर सकता है तो मैंने वो भी उसमें लिख दिया या फिर जो रिफ्लेक्शंस थे उनके ऐसे सर दैट इज हाउ आई डिड
So what I understood was what you did was that you picked up an RBI report, and I
इट
have
यस सर
eight topics in Indian economy. So when I am
यस
reading
सर
that report, in case if something is coming from unemployment, I'm writing that out. If something is coming for inflation, I'm writing that out. If
यस
something is coming from something,
सर
something, so according to my syllabus, I'm writing that out. This is what you did. This is what
यस
I.
सर
Uh, okay, because again,
एब्सोल्युटली यस
those
यस
are
सर
key reports, and I can't ask students to read all of the
यस सर
complete report of
यस
that. वो नहीं सारी नहीं
नो
पढ़.
सर नो सर
Hmm.
सर
But
वो
very.
पढ़नी चाहिए भी नहीं बस अगर आपको
Hmm.
कुछ लगता है इंपॉर्टेंट है तो वो बस आप लिख लो साइड पे छोटा सा लिख लो एक दो लाइंस में बस दैट
Yes, but because in even in RBI paper, they
यस
ask
सर
you questions something from the reports also.
यस सर
But पता नहीं मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कैन दैट बी प्रिडिक्टेड. एक तो हमारे पास सिलेबस है लेकिन उनके 10 years नहीं है, so we don't have any what do you call trend which is there.
यस
Um,
सर
but can I ask you a question which is related near to this also? So how do you rate the difficulty of the Indian Economic Services exam in RBI paper?
Sir, actually, the difference between the two papers is firstly that Indian Economic Service is a two-stage paper. So you have to do written exam and you have to do the interview. Whereas, sir, RBI is a three-stage paper. You have to clear objective, then written, and then interview. So difficulty, I would say that I personally am amenable to the Indian Economic Service exam more because I am good at writing. But sir, RBI, because MCQ paper comes first, so it becomes a bit hard for me. But I cleared that as well.
Hmm.
So I would, I cannot compare the difficulty of both papers.
Hmm.
But sir, I would say that RBI is a bit more mathematical and econometric than Indian Economic Services.
Okay, and but this year I think they have asked very less mathematical questions.
Sir, in phase one they haven't, but in phase two there were many questions in for econometrics. Sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this was about development eco for international trade and all other books which you were talking about.
So for international, I did Salvatore. I referred to that book only, not any other. And then from your videos again, whatever.
Hmm.
Answer development, I think I have already said. Environmental economics, sir, there is coal stat, and
Hmm.
sir, your videos are also there on that particular thing. So, sir, that is how I managed.
About the other subjects.
Sir, for econometrics, I did Damodran Gujarati, and I also did Woolridge because, sir, I was also teaching statistics. So I did Woolridge first, and then
Hmm.
I did Gujarati.
Hmm.
So that is how I did that particular part, sir. For statistics questions, I did
You
SC
don't have to
Gupta. I had
prepare.
already that.
I'm sorry. उसके
Okay,
लिए
sir.
you don't have to prepare
Okay, sir.
econometric statistics because you were already teaching, I guess.
Yes, sir. So, sir,
Hmm.
I did not have to put much effort in that. I, sir,
Hmm.
already knew most of that. And, sir, I think the remaining subjects,
They were जैसे industrial economics, public economics.
industry.
Hmm.
Sir, that I did from your lectures and from internet. Sir, I did not refer to any specific books because, sir, I thought that what is the point of doing it from there?
Hmm.
Work has already been done, so better take,
मुझे ऐसा लगता
make
है
notes from that.
एक बुक है बर्तवाल की
हाँ
इंडस्ट्रियल,
जी सर.
वो काफी अच्छी बुक है। मतलब उसके पूरे चैप्टर्स ना भी पढ़ें तो हमारे सिलेबस में जो वर्ड्स दिए हैं उसके
वो कर
अराउंड,
लो.
आई मीन आई ऑल्सो डू द सेम थिंग, मैं भी ये करता
Yes,
हूँ।
sir.
एंड
Yes, sir.
पब्लिक के लिए आई डोंट नो विच बुक आई यूज HL भाटिया।
Yes, sir, me too. I also did HL Bhatia only, sir. But
हम्म।
for sir, industrial economics, I did just PYQs और उनके आंसर्स मैंने लिखे थे डिफरेंट
हम्म।
डिफरेंट सोर्सेस से. बस सर मैंने ऐसे ही किया है.
ये इंडस्ट्रियल इकोनॉमिक्स में ना एक अच्छी बात है, उसका कई
हम्म.
सारा वो पेपर वन में भी कंप्लीट हो जाता है। कूरनो
यस सर, इट इज डन देयर.
ऑलवेज
हम्म.
आस्क दी क्वेश्चंस, वो लोग
तो
पूछते हैं
सर उसको यस सर अलग से प्रिपेयर करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. तो
चीजों के लिए, लेकिन देर आर
व्हाई
सर्टेन,
डू डबल वर्क ऑन दैट थिंग व्हेन इट इज ऑलरेडी डन.
वो तो है, लेकिन द पॉइंट इज कुछ बातें जैसे डिफरेंशिएशन, क्या था वो, प्रोडक्ट डिफरेंशिएशन वगैरह, वो सब तो पेपर वन में ही हो जाएगा। बट देवर
यस
अदर
सर.
टॉपिक जैसे SCP पैराडाइम है, एंड देर आर रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट वाला टॉपिक है। सो ऑल ऑफ दैट आई थिंक दैट शुड बी डन फ्रॉम बर्थवाल्स बुक, दैट इज अ
यस
वेरी
सर.
गुड। एंड फॉर वो लास्ट वाला टॉपिक तो इज वेरी सिंपल देयर, डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमिक्स का कुछ कुछ था। आई डोंट, अभी नहीं मुझे एकदम से, आई एम नॉट एबल टू।
सर मुझे भी एक्चुअली इतना याद नहीं है क्योंकि पेपर दिया था जून में.
हाँ,
तो सर उसके पास तो इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन ही चल रही थी. तो
प्लानिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट करके
प्लानिंग
टॉपिक।
एंड डेवलपमेंट. यस सर. यस.
अच्छा, इंडियन इको के लिए यू हैव यूज्ड ओनली छोटी वाली उमा कपिला।
उमा कपिला. यस सर. यस.
हम्म।
एंड सर अपार्ट फ्रॉम एनीथिंग गुड दैट आई कुड फाइंड आई लेड माय हैंड्स ऑन क्योंकि मैंने सर पहले भी पढ़ा हुआ है डिफरेंट बुक से. तो मेरे
हम्म।
पहले के भी नोट्स पड़े हुए थे. तो मैंने वो भी पढ़े, मैंने नए नोट्स भी बनाए. एंड सर
कौन
ऐसे
से उसके अलावा कौन सी बुक से करा?
सर एक्चुअली देयर इज Mishra and Puri, I referred for some portions,
हम्म।
especially for some topics that I did not find satisfactory in Uma Kapila. So, sir,
हम्म।
Mishra and Puri and Uma Kapila.
अच्छा, can this is one of the question which I asked, can you were able to complete, could you actually complete this Mishra and Puri or Dattan Sundaram?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir. सर मिश्रा एंड पूरी तो सर इतनी वो तो सर टॉपिक्स उठाए और उनके मुताबिक नोट्स, बस दैट इज ऑल. सर
Yes.
पूरी तो उमा कपिला ही पूरी पढ़नी चाहिए, बाकी तो आप थोड़ा सा जैसे टॉपिक वाइज यू कैन डू
Yes.
दैट.
मुझे
सर दैट इज हाउ इट इज सर.
and मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ क्वेश्चन बिकॉज मेरे पास बच्चे आते हैं, वो पूछते हैं कि क्या हम दत्तन सुंदरम कर लें? कर लो, इफ यू कैन कंप्लीट इट प्लीज एंड डू इट। आई मीन आई वोंट से, मुझसे कोई ये पूछता है कि मैं बुक कर लूँ, आई विल नेवर एवर से नो, वो जरूर करो, बट यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज द ट्रेड ऑफ द टाइम एंड द वर्थ विच यू आर गेटिंग, सो
बिल्कुल
डूइंग।
सर.
सो व्हाट आई टेल स्टूडेंट्स इज कि भैया सिलेबस कहीं खोल के रखो, हमेशा अपने सामने जब पढ़ो, और पिछले 5 साल के पे एक आंख होनी चाहिए कि क्या आर
बिल्कुल
यू
सर.
मेकिंग नोट्स अलोंग साइड विद दैट। सो व्हाट आई गैदर फ्रॉम यू इज कि इंडियन इको उमा कपिला छोटी वाली,
यस
and
सर.
that book is what is this performance trade and policies, I guess,
Yes, it
है
is.
ना?
That is the title. Yes, sir.
And you should have Mishra and Puri with you whenever
Yes,
any
sir.
you're not able to find out in Uma Kapila ma'am's book, you should be able to write it from there. That is the point.
Yes.
What? Okay. So, and about the tests and all. Hmm.
So test series I definitely gave. And so writing tests, I think, is the most important part. Sir,
Hmm.
I wrote all of the tests that were in test series.
Hmm.
Sir, in fact, I would say that 2 हफ्ते पहले तक भी मैंने टेस्ट लिखा है. And I think that it is the most important process क्योंकि आपका लिखने का एक तो flow बन जाता है. And secondly, you also feel confident in yourself. Okay, I'm writing good answers. So, sir, that is test series, I believe, is one of the most important parts of IES preparation.
बट मैं एक चीज इसमें ऐड करना चाहूंगा, एक तो ये कि नेवर एवर शुड एनीवन थिंक कि हम ये 12 टेस्ट या 15 टेस्ट या 10 टेस्ट दे के हमने इनफ लिख लिया है. नो.
No, sir. Absolutely. No, 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 sir.
So the best point which anybody could take from this interview is that she has written 15-year papers. I mean, ये कोई it is a humongous task. But कोई ये ना
Yes,
सोचे
sir.
कि हमने वो 10 टेस्ट लिख लिए या 12 टेस्ट लिख लिए या 13 टेस्ट लिख लिए, सिर्फ वो लिख के नहीं हो. Right? I
Yes, sir.
mean, I want to put this as plain as that. That is a necessary condition, but that cannot be a sufficient one. So
Absolutely, sir.
that is और sufficient ना कुछ किसी को पता नहीं है कि what is
No,
sufficient.
sir.
Sufficient
वो
nobody.
पता नहीं चलता सर कभी भी.
वो नहीं पता चलता. And after so what was the difference between your first attempt and this one? Of
Sir,
course, no.
actually, yes, sir. In the first attempt, sir, I was not prepared that well.
Hmm.
सर मुझे इतना समझ भी नहीं था एग्जाम का कि कैसे मैं करूँ, हाउ टू. बट सर, in this attempt, I made sure that I should first research everything very properly, that how everything is done. And sir, I also had a mental makeup that this is how I should proceed. And
Hmm.
also, sir, there was a level of confidence that was not there in first time around. So,
अच्छा.
sir, confidence, I believe, was game changer in this particular attempt
Okay.
because of the preparation that I had done.
So how did you prepare for English?
Sir, again from PYQs only.
Oh.
For them, I did past 5 year papers and I wrote my answers. So
Huh.
this exercise I did 1 month before the exam so that I should be adept in writing answers in exam. So
Okay.
for rest of the papers, I did 15 years. For them, I did 5 years.
But I have a question. I mean, चलो इंग्लिश के तो 5 साल ठीक है, इंग्लिश के लिए मैं सिर्फ पेपर करके ही समझ सकता हूँ. But for GS, do you think only
Hmm.
5 years were enough, or you did some other reading also?
Sir, actually, I had also been preparing for civil services. So, sir,
Okay.
my base for GS
That's
was
more
made from
important.
there only.
हाँ.
Yes, sir.
So what I also tell students is कि तुम at least जो minimum है वो ये कर सकते हो कि you can read 11
Hmm.
12 CRTs
Yes,
for
sir.
all science, geography, economics and history. 11 12
Yes,
की NCRTs. And there
जी
is
sir.
an NCRT by Tamil Nadu board also. वो भी अच्छी है.
Yes, sir.
तो वो
Yes,
कर
sir.
सकते हो. That is a minimum. Plus of course reading newspapers and all that has to be done alongside.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Okay, so you want to add on few points before we close this interview to tell the prospective people who are going to give this paper?
Sir, about this paper, I can say one thing. As you have also mentioned it many times, that writing is the key. So one must also always write as much as one can. Secondly, sir, have belief in yourself, in your hard work.
Hmm.
And sir, one more thing I would like to mention is that I remember before my interview, till last day you called me and
Hmm.
you took my very brief interview of I think 10 minutes and you
Yeah.
told me to be confident in myself.
Hmm.
Sir, I remember that. So, sir,
But
for that, I would like to thank you also.
that's fine. लेकिन ये the only point was मुझे आज इस बात से याद आया, उन्नी कृष्णन. I mean, he came to me 2020. He cleared in 2021. वो आया था
Yes,
एक बार.
sir.
उसने कहा सर मैं अगर आपको ये बता दूं ना कि मैंने कितने रजिस्टर्स भरे, यू विल नेवर एवर बिलीव मी. उसने मुझे नंबर ऑफ रजिस्टर्स नहीं बताया. ही टोल्ड मी कि उसने हाथ से ऐसे बताया कि मैंने यहाँ जमीन से लेके यहाँ तक के इतने रजिस्टर्स भरे. So the
Yes, sir.
point I want to put in is that I mean it is a very tough paper. Tough paper in the sense that because there are very less number of students who get selected. So
Yes,
the
sir.
amount of the preparation one has to do and
Yes.
making notes वो बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा होना चाहिए. So don't just think एक सुपरफिशियल नॉलेज सी है, हाँ हाँ आई नो दिस वो मुझे आके कुछ
No,
भी
sir.
नहीं समझ में, उधर आ जाएगा समझ में। एंड व्हेन आई गेट टेस्ट आल्सो ना,
Hmm.
मुझे भी आ जाता है, जस्ट जस्ट ऑन द, व्हेन यू जस्ट लुक एट द पेपर यू अंडरस्टैंड। आई
Yes, sir.
रिमेम्बर इन वन ऑफ योर टेस्ट आल्सो यू मेड द ग्राफ वेरी नाइसली, मतलब ठीक से ऐसे स्केल से, वेरी स्मॉल पॉइंट्स, बट वो बहुत दूर तक जाते हैं। और कई बच्चे
Yes.
मुझे ऐसे देते हैं टेस्ट, ऐसे कुछ भी बनाया गंदा गंदा, एंड
Hmm.
बार बार ये कहते हैं, डोंट जस्ट थिंक कि तुम ये टेस्ट दे रहे हो, तुम्हारे को, हमारे हमको तुम्हारे को जज करने के लिए सिर्फ ये पेपर है। हमको
Yes,
नहीं
sir.
पता कौन लिख रहा है पेपर, वो बच्चा कैसा है। तुम अगर रफली लिखोगे ना तो हमको लगेगा तुम सीरियस ही नहीं हो एग्जाम के लिए। सो
जी
यू
सर,
हैव
बिल्कुल।
100% in the presentation and how do you write it, so that is very important. और so you have already told कि भैया notes बनाओ, and
Yes,
this,
sir.
what should be the next achievement after this completing your PhD? Hmm.
Sir, the achievement in my heart it is that I should work very conscientiously and sincerely in this my job.
Hmm.
And sir, that I believe would be an achievement in itself.
Very good, very good. I would like to take your another interview few months down the line just to know, I mean, how that IES job is, because there are many
Sure,
questions
sir.
in the minds of people. कि क्या, what is the kind of the work which IES
Yes, sir.
people actually do, and how is that different from the other services? And
Absolutely, sir.
I would also want to bring someone who has completed RBI wala thing, so that we can
Mhm.
compare कि तुम्हारा किस तरह का काम होता है, तुम्हारा किस तरह का। So but just make sure that I'll be calling you sometime for one more interview
Sure,
few
sir.
months, right?
I am
So
always here, sir.
okay,
And
fine.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, beta. Chalo, thank you. Thank you.